Prospecting ad campaigns target audiences based on their interests, behaviors, and demographics. Unlike targeting custom or lookalike audiences, prospecting ad campaigns don't require a lot of pixel data to run, which makes it the perfect option for beginners. Let's see how easy it is to create a prospecting ad campaign with Scalify. Feel free to have the app open on a separate window to follow along. To get started, click on the Launchpad from the sidebar. You'll find prospecting on the top left of the page. Click on Create Ad to get started. This menu makes up the 6 steps needed to create a campaign with Scalify. First, you'll need to set up an offer for the ad campaign you want to launch. You can select an offer, create a new one, or skip through to create your campaign without an offer attached. To select an offer, use the search bar to type your offer's name or scroll down to select it from the sidebar. Let's select this one and click Next. Now you can create a new ad campaign from scratch or choose an existing one to create new ad sets in. Let's create a new campaign. For your campaign's objective, you can choose between conversions, traffic, engagement, video views, reach, or brand awareness. Let's choose conversions. To your right, you'll find the campaign settings. This is where you'll name your campaign and optionally turn on campaign budget optimization. Then, you can choose to set up a daily or lifetime budget for your campaign. If you'd like to run special ad categories campaigns, make sure to enable it here. Keep in mind that your account must be verified to run these ads. To use the same campaign settings in the future, click on Templates and save current setup as a template. Next is the Ad Sets tab. This is where you'll create multiple ad sets in one go without duplicating or starting over each time you want to target new variations. On top is the progress bar that shows you how many ad sets you created so far, while the Templates drop-down allows you to save the ad sets you created as templates to reuse them later. Right under, you'll find the sidebar with the ad set settings. On the General tab, choose the Facebook pixel to track and optimize with or create a new one here. Next, choose a conversion event to optimize for or create a new custom conversion here. Then, set a schedule for your ads to run using this toggle, or leave it on default to run your campaign immediately. Once you choose a schedule, your campaign will launch at the start date of your ad account's time zone. Now click Next. On the Interests tab, use the search bar to browse interests, demographics, and behaviors to include, or click on Suggestions to get smart recommendations from your ad account's data. You can use flex targeting by clicking on Narrow Audience. You can also exclude people with interests you don't want to target. Let's narrow our audience to match people who are interested in sunglasses. Optionally, you can check this box if you want to expand detailed targeting when it's likely to improve ad performance at a low cost per result. Since we haven't set up locations yet, we get an estimation of each variation's worldwide reach. To add another interests variation, click on Add Interests Variation and repeat the steps we did in the variation above. You can add as many variations as you'd like to test, no ad sets duplicated, no time wasted. Once you're done, click Next. The Locations tab is where you can enter the locations you want to target. To include a location, start by selecting the living situation of your prospects. Then use the search bar to browse locations. We want to target everyone in the US. You can also use the Exclude bar to exclude people living in certain locations from viewing your ads. Let's leave it empty for now. Next, enter the languages your prospects speak. We're choosing English. Similar to the Interests tab, you can add a new set of locations by clicking on Add Variation. Click Next if you're done. On the Age and Gender tab, select the age groups you want to target. Let's select from 20 to 50 years old. We want to find a winning audience, so we'll split test our audiences by age and gender. Let's select an age split option and click on Generate. Once you're satisfied with your variations, click Next. On the Audiences tab, you can choose to include or exclude custom audiences from your account. Click on Next to select your ads placements. You can keep the automatic placements on or split test them by adding multiple variations. We'll use automatic placements, but feel free to test different variations. Finally, the Optimization tab is where you can select your ad set's delivery optimization and when you get charged. If you don't know what these mean, the default settings are fine. Now, Scalify will create a unique combination of the variations you chose to create your ad sets. Scalify will create your ad sets for you under 5 minutes. Let's create your ads. The Creatives Builder allows you to create new ad creatives from scratch, choose ad creatives from your offer, choose page posts from your Facebook pages, choose ads from previous ad campaigns, search post ID or URL. We'll create new ad creatives from scratch. First, select the Facebook pages you want to use for your ads. Then, enter the ad copy variations you want to test. Now, choose the images and videos you want to use. Each image or video will go on a separate ad variation. You can use creatives from your offers or drag and drop media from your device. Since we selected an offer at the beginning, the ad URL is already set up. All we need to do is enter the display URL. You can add multiple URL variations here to test your landing pages. Next, choose call to action buttons to test. Now, write the headline and description variations and click Next. The final step is to choose the variations you want to include or exclude. You can also preview how they will look in different placements. Thanks to Scalify's Creatives Builder, you can create many ad variations in one go. You can always add other ads from the options on the sidebar. Once you're satisfied with your selection, click Next to the Review tab. This is where you can double-check your campaign's details, calculate your ad set's potential reach, and make sure that all your variations are exactly what you want them to be before launching. Once you review your task summary, click Next. The Launch tab is where you can set up your ad campaign structure to be all ads inside each ad set variation or each ad set variation inside a separate ad set. Selecting the first option will allow Facebook to automatically optimize your ad delivery, while selecting the second option forces Facebook to spend all the ad set's budget on each ad. Let's select the all ads inside each ad set structure. To name your ad sets, you can leave the values on default or switch them to include the information you care about. After choosing your preferred spacing character, Scalify will generate your ad sets names based on the values you selected. The final step before launching your ad campaign is enabling Google Analytics UTM tagging. This allows you to track your ad campaign's performance beyond Facebook's pixel events and get advanced insights on your prospects' behavior. Now all that's left is to actually launch the ad campaign. If you're ready to enable your campaign as soon as it's created by Scalify, then make sure to tick Enable Created Campaign. If you'd like to go in and review things one more time before launching, then make sure it's ticked off. Let's enable Created Campaign and hit that launch button. There you go! We've just launched an entire campaign under 5 minutes. No duplicating ad sets, losing track of the variations you created, or getting frustrated repeating the same task over and over again. If you have any questions, make sure to join our forum at forums.scalify.com and our dedicated Facebook group community where we answer your questions about Facebook ads and Scalify. Thanks for watching!